But let's go ahead and get started. Hit play on your playlist and then make your way to child's pose to begin. We'll start in child's pose before we get into the seated meditation piece. Just have a little bit of time to root and rest while I tell you a couple things. So child's pose or any other resting posture to begin, and allow yourself to really settle onto your mat, settle into your space, and start to add a little bit more connection to your breath. And the whole point of focusing on a little bit more meditation in today's practice is to lean into the teaching and the opportunities available in the seventh limb of the eight-limb yogic path, a concept called Dhyana, Dhyana. And Dhyana is often translated literally as meditation, though it's a little bit more than that, as is always true. But it's the opportunity to recognize a state of meditation as an aspect of transcendence into this higher yogic way of being. And in fact, it's one of the final pieces in this transcendent journey. So in our practice today, we will have 3 different times in the class over the hour we have together, where we will spend 2 minutes in a seated meditation. And using that time each time to simply lean into the opportunity to envelop a meditative state. And that is a little bit more of what Dhyana means. And we'll talk more about how that plays out as we move through practice. So from your child's pose, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. That might be on your heels, cross-legged. If you want to sit on a pillow or something to help you feel a little bit more stable. Get a really nice long spine. So feel your sternum bone lift up. That'll lengthen your low back. Let your palms soften to your legs. Reach to the crown of your head. Close your eyes. Maybe you get the slightest tuck to your chin. And 2 minutes here to simply be and breathe and invite in the opportunity to be present in a state of meditation. And for the ending of this first 2-minute meditation on our mat, we'll use the opportunity to set intention for practice. So bring your palms together, lift your chest up to your thumbs, spread your fingers wide. Anjali Mudra, the gesture between your palms, is a gesture we will come back to often in our practice today. It's a gesture of offering. And what I invite you to do today is to offer a willingness to absorb a state of meditation, both in these seated moments, but also how that energy then stays with us as we move throughout. However you connect to that idea, however you connect to intention, we'll send it out with breath. Exhale the air from your lungs. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Seal your lips, inhale through your nose. Through your nose, breathe out. Blink your eyes open. Tabletop poses next. Plant your palms at the top of your mat. Step your knees back above or underneath your hips. And this is a good chance to really allow your body to start to move after being seated for a relatively longer time than we normally do, though I would argue that being seated for 2 minutes isn't necessarily a long time. But just start to let your body start to move, your neck, your hips, your shoulders. We're going to do a lot of forward bending, backward bending focus today. So the cat and cow here will also be a good opportunity to notice how that's feeling in your spine this morning. Could add in a little twisting if you'd like, a little side stretching if you'd like. And then eventually, once all of this first movement feels sufficient, push back to your first downward facing dog. Curl your toes under, lift through your hips. Once you're in downward facing dog, find some opportunity here to continue to move. So, bend your knees, rock your heels side to side. I like a little roll in my neck in down dog. That feels really good to me. Can kind of push one palm to the other palm. And then eventually stillness in downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone up really, really high. Feel that length in your low back. If you draw your navel to your spine, you'll increase some of that stability and length in your back. And then inhale, lift your hips a little higher. Exhale, relax your heels down. Inhale, look to your palms. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Step your feet forward behind your wrists, hip width distance. And then take this first forward fold, however feels good to you. Like I mentioned, forward bending, backward bending, a big focus in our practice today. They are opposite motions in your body. So this first forward bend, maybe you put a little more bend in your knees. You could do a variation on ragdoll, whatever you please. If you have a grip in your arms, switch to the opposite side. Bring your weight more up into your toes. You'll take it out of your heels, and that'll lift your hips a little higher. Let the crown of your head to sink a little lower. And then release your fingertips down to the mat. Toe heel your feet together till the arches come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down. Simple sun A. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your feet, lengthen, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest lower towards your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, create that length in your spine. Exhale, high to low plank, plant your palms, step back, bend your elbows to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog, broaden through your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift through your hips. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. We flow again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, mountain pose, root through your feet, lengthen it, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, big swan dive down, might feel good in your arms. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze down at your mat. Exhale, high to low plank. You could also lower to your knees for those movements. Inhale, upward facing dog, really exaggerate that arch in your spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push your hips high. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. One more time through. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your weight into your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Squeeze your legs together. Reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Exaggerate that forward bend movement down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Slow, steady pace in your movement. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift your knees up from the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Pause and breathe in your first high plank. Tuck your tailbone. Broaden your shoulder blades apart. Reach through the crown of your head. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly, knees, hips, chest, chin to the mat. Set up cobra pose. Zip your legs together behind you. Push your toenails down. Walk your palms back next to your ribs. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift your chin, lift your chest. Pause and breathe right here. Press into the tops of your feet. Reach your chest forward as you energetically drag your palms back without moving them on the mat. Breathe in, lift a little bit more. Exhale, slow, steady release. 2 cobras with breath. Inhale, cobra pose. Full inhale to lift up. Exhale, full breath to lower down. Slow and steady. One more time. Inhale, cobra pose. Feel that arch in your back. Exhale, slow, steady release. Curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank. Push up underneath your shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. One more like that. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Moving on. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low into your chair. Lengthen your spine. Reach high. Pause and breathe here in chair pose. Point your tailbone towards your mat. That'll lift your chest up. Sink a little bit lower and keep your shoulders away from your ears. Now, as you inhale, push your palms together overhead. Exhale, drop your thumbs behind you. Point your elbows up. Again, squeeze your biceps to your ears, but wrap your shoulder blades down and point your elbows a little bit higher. Keep your palms pushed together. Inhale, mountain pose. Press your palms up overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center and add a back bend here. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Push your hips forward as you keep your weight in your heels. Remember that gesture in your palms is a gesture of offering. We offer the willingness to absorb a meditative state. Inhale, mountain pose, lengthen, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. I recommend a swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Beautiful movement, my friends. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine forward, chin to chest. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, come to stand, lift your chest, sweep your palms to the ceiling and breathe. Feel your right hip crease swivel a little bit back to square your hips forward. Push into your right heel. Now press your palms together above you. Breathe in. Exhale, thumbs to heart center and add your back bend here. Lift your chest, lift your gaze. Keep your lunging legs as you draw your gaze higher. And inhale, high pyramid pose. Gaze forward, lengthen your spine, straighten both legs and breathe. Push into your right big toe. Squeeze your inner thighs to balance and reach a little more to the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge with your pressed palms. Rebend your right knee, hinge your chest forward, reach your fingertips beyond the crown of your head. Draw your navel up and in, feel your arms ignite. Inhale, warrior two, push your left foot down at the back of your mat, open your arms, lift your chest and breathe. Kind of feels good to bend and straighten into your front leg a little bit here. And then settle back into your warrior two. Open your chest to the side, shrug your shoulders down, feel length from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Breathe in. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep all that side body length as you reach forward, then down. Rotate open to the side, rebend into your right knee, then lift your gaze beyond your left palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right arm high. Exhale, high to low plank, travel towards your mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the left side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists, round your back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your chest, extend your fingertips to the ceiling, pause and breathe right here. Feel your legs root you up from the mat. So push into your left heel, press into the ball of your right foot, draw your left hip crease behind you. Inhale, press your palms overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center and add your back bend here. It's a more challenging posture, so your back bend might feel slight, and that's okay. Just exaggerate that lift of your chest, lift of your gaze. Inhale, high pyramid pose, straighten both legs, push your palms up to the ceiling, keep pressing them together and breathe. Shrug your shoulders down, pivot your left hip crease back, reach a little higher, breathe in. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge with your pressed palms. Push your palms beyond the crown of your head. Keep your biceps to your ears. Bend back through your left knee and lengthen your low back. Inhale, warrior two. Push your right foot down at the back of your mat. Open your arms, breathe here. Feel your chest square more to the side, even though your hips are angling slightly forward. Lengthen from your tailbone through the crown of your head. Today, really notice your spinal length and how we play with that spinal movement. Big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm forward and down, right arm up high. Remember, any connection between your left arm and your left leg is great. So on top of your thigh to the inside of your thigh. Open your chest, feel length in your left rib cage. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your left palm to the sky. Exhale, high to low plank. Travel with your breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's our sun B. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. We flow it once as is. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. Exhale, press your palms, drop your thumbs behind the back of your neck. Inhale, mountain pose. Press your palms above you. Maybe you look up. Exhale, back bend with your thumbs at your heart. Press your hips forward. Inhale, mountain pose. You can release your palms. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive to your mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, gaze down. Exhale, high to low plank, or skip it, do something else. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, knee to nose, really round your spine here. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, plant your foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge, lift your shoulders right above your hips, press your palms. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, add your back bend here. Inhale, high pyramid, straighten everything to the ceiling. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge, rebend your right knee. Inhale, warrior two, guide your shoulders back above your hips. Exhale, extended side angle, keep that side body length. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, your version, your way. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, really round it forward. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, square your hips to the front. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, add your back bend. Inhale, high pyramid, press everything up to the ceiling. Exhale, reaching crescent lunge, hinge your collarbones forward. Inhale, warrior two, extend through your arms. Exhale, extended side angle, open your chest. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, look up. Exhale, high to low plank, your breath will guide you through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Remember, breathe through everything. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. We add on just a little bit. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, feet to touch at the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, press your palms above you. Exhale, drop your thumbs behind you, point your elbows up. Inhale, mountain, reach your palms up overhead. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, lift your chest, lift your gaze. We hold this back bend again, my friends. Keep your weight in your heels. Remember the meaning beyond the poses themselves, the opportunity to flow in a meditative state. How does that feel to embody a continuous flow of meditation, to view meditation more broadly as part of your practice? You're here for 3. Mountain pose in 2. And 1, gaze forward, palms high, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge down, beautiful flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right toes high. Exhale, knee to nose, round it forward. Inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right tricep, high up on your arm and hold. Shoulders over wrists, micro bend your elbows. Now bring your knee over to your left elbow, back to your right arm, over to your left elbow, back to your right arm. Side body starting to work a little bit here to help you make that twist. Keep your shoulder blades broadened apart, your core nice and strong. Here for 3. 3-legged dog in 2. And 1, inhale, kick your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge, big reach and rise to the sky. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, add your back bend, maybe it gets deeper. Inhale, high pyramid, press everything up. This time as you exhale, warrior 3. Take your time to arrive, put a gentle bend in your right knee, kick your left foot up off the mat, push your palms beyond the crown of your head, or bring your thumbs to heart center, or separate your hands. Dial your left hip down, lengthen through your standing leg. Feel that length in your low back as well. You're here for 3. Big step back to warrior 2 in 2. And 1, big step back to warrior 2. Find your posture first. Arms open wide, then take a big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, look beyond your right big toe. Exhale, half moon pose. Again, take your time to arrive. It doesn't have to happen in one breath to get there, even though we cue the breath. Push into your right foot. Kick your left heel up off the mat. Open your chest to the side. You could use a block underneath your right fingertips. You could use a water bottle or anything else as well to help you feel a little more grounded. Flex your left foot, lift your gaze. If that challenge is okay for you, you're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, big step back. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm high. Exhale, high to low plank. You're doing so good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do the last side. Inhale, kick your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it forward. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee high up on your left arm and hold. Add the tick-tock here. Bring it to the right, back to the left, back to the right, back to the left. Shoulders stay stacked over your wrists. That tiny bend in your elbows to encourage your core to work here. For 3. 3-legged dog in 2. And 1, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, plant it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Use your core stability to help you lift. Exhale, thumbs to heart center. Feel that arch in your back. Inhale, high pyramid, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, warrior 3. Push forward onto your left heel. Kick your right foot up. Point your right toes down. Maybe you continue to push your palms beyond the crown of your head. You'll notice this starts to be an arm workout when you really activate and press your palms together. Thumbs could come to heart center as well. Notice where you fixed your gaze. You're here for 3. Step back, warrior 2 in 2. And 1, big step back to warrior 2. Arms open wide, find your posture. Then we move on. Big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, look beyond your left foot. Exhale, half moon pose. Press onto your left heel. Kick your right foot up. Open your chest to the side. You can use a block or any prop underneath your left palm to help you stabilize. When you stabilize, use that to help you open your chest more, lift your right hip more, then maybe you lift your gaze. You're here for 3. Reverse warrior in 2. And 1, plant your right foot down. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweeping gesture up. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. As you exhale all the way down to your belly, knees, hips, chest. This time, locust pose. Arms out to a T, toenails down, feet no wider than hip width distance. Inhale, locust pose. Lift everything you can lift. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, ankles, knees, thighs come up off the mat. As you're lifting, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift the arches of your feet higher. Rock your weight a little bit forward. Big breath in. Exhale, slow, steady release. We do it twice with breath. Inhale, locust pose. Full breath to lift everything you can lift. Exhale as slow as you can lower down. Do one more. Inhale, locust pose. Exhale, gentle, slow, lower. Palms under your shoulders. Inhale, high plank. Do a push-up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way through to a seat and then roll all the way down to your back. We will stop and sit after we do a little bit more core. So starting right away with some basic crunches, feet hip width distance in towards your seat, hands behind your head, big breath in, press your low back down. Exhale, lift your chest up from the mat. Inhale, lower down. Exhales, lift you up. Inhales, lower down. Exhales, lift you up. Remember that exhale breath is the most important thing in these more core-like movements that we're doing. Keep your low back pressed to the mat, really using the strength around your spine to help your movement as much as you are your abdominals. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it up in 2, and a 1. Tiny pulse, 1 inch up, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. Here, 4, 3, bicycle twist in 2, and 1. Bicycle twist to the right and left, or right, left, right, left, or to the right, to the left. There's so many different paces, so many different ways you can do this. I like to do it slow, but if you want to lift your heart rate a little bit more, do it quickly and start to add that little cardio aspect. Yes, good choices, my friends. All of you are doing something slightly different, and that's awesome. You're here for 4, 3, pulse it to the right, and 1 to the right for 4, left shoulder up for 3, take it left in 2, and 1, pulse to the left. Here, 4, 3, long body stretch in 2, and 1, long body stretch, arms long, legs long. Big breath in, big breath out. Hug your knees into your chest, rock and roll your weight forward. And we are going to come to our seat of meditation the second time for a little 2-minute meditative opportunity on your mat. So you sit however feels best, most comfortable, most rooted. Again, a little lift of your sternum bone will encourage a nice long spine. Slight tuck to your chin. Close your eyes, let your palms fall wherever they may. 2 minutes here, my friends, to just be and breathe and invite in the flow of meditation, the absorption of meditation as a piece of what we do in this space. 3 more full breaths, nice and slow, nice and powerful, nice and steady. And when that third breath is complete, gently blink your eyes open, grab a little water, anything you might need, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, reconnect your Ujjayi pranayama practice. Reprioritize the power of your breath as a vehicle to all of these concepts that we talk about. Breath is the entry point to many, and it is definitely the entry point to that absorption of meditation, which is more directly what Dhyana translates as, is absorbing a meditative way of being. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach high. Exhale, thumbs to heart center this time, and we'll add figure 4 legs, right side. So stand on your left foot, kick your right ankle up on top of your left thigh. And if you kind of lift up to make that happen, bend back down. So lower your hips, bend your left knee. Maybe your tailbone starts to go back and your chest forward. That's fine. Just direct your spine long, whether it's pointing down or pointing out. Actively push your right knee to the mat. You could always do a little more hinge of your hips and go for a little connection of your elbows to your legs. Really depends upon hip mobility, all sorts of things, what this posture looks like. You're here for 3. One-legged mountain pose in 2. And 1, one-legged mountain, lengthen your left leg, point your right knee forward and up, reach your arms high, big breath in. Exhale, set up dancer, point your right knee down, grab the inside edge of your foot, squeeze your knees together, breathe in. Exhale, dancer pose, point your right knee back, push your chest forward, kick your heel away from your seat. As we always talk about with dancer, it's more about pointing your chest forward than it is about hinging your chest down, because we're going for the back bend here. Feel that arch in your spine, the engagement in your glute, the lengthening on the front of your right hip. Beautiful, my friends. You look fantastic. You're here for 3. Airplane pose in 2. And 1, airplane pose, release the grip on your foot, hinge your chest forward, reach your fingertips back, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, feet to the mat, hinge down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. You do any option you'd like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step through to your palms. Left knee to the mat. Inhale, crescent moon this time. Drop your knee down, lift your chest, reach high. As you exhale, bring your hands onto your right hip. And from here, we're gonna add a quad stretch. So kick your left heel up, reach back like a dancer grip for the inside edge of your foot. But if it's more accessible, you can grab for the outside as well. Could also use a block next to your right side as a little bit of leverage. You can bring your hand back to your thigh or do a little kneeling dancer here. Point your right arm up, press into your lunging legs, get that nice deep stretch on the front of your left quad. Big breath in, big breath out. Here for 3, crescent moon in 2. And 1, crescent moon, drop your left foot down, arms high, breathe in. Exhale, half splits, tense your fingers, straighten your right leg. This is the opposite motion in your body of what you were just doing. So really lean into the half splits forward fold here to get a different kind of release from that deep quad stretch you were just in. Flex your right toes towards you, bend your right knee as much as you need. Inhale, reach your collarbones forward. Exhale, fold down over your right thigh. You're here for 3. Big movement, rise up to warrior 1 in 2. And 1, big movement, come back to your low lunge first, then press your left foot down, lift your chest, reach up for warrior 1. Breathe here, my friends. Set it up. Feet are flat on the mat. Bend into your right knee. Pivot your right hip crease back. Big inhale. Exhale, open twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. And inhale, exalted warrior. Drop your right hand down. Reach your left fingertips up. Continue to breathe. You can trail your right fingertips down your left glute or your left thigh. Lift your gaze up beyond your right. I'm getting lefts and rights confused. Left hand above you. Feel that opening in your chest, opening in your heart. Maintain your lunging legs. Feel the rise up from your mat. Gorgeous. You're here for 3. Back to warrior 1, in 2. And 1, back to warrior 1. Gaze forward, arms high, big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, widen your stance as you need. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Press your hips back, reach forward, then drop your right palm down as you reach your left arm up. Again, just like extended side angle, there's some sort of connection between your right arm and your right leg, but lots of different ways to do that. You could also bring your right hand onto your block. Press your hips behind you, reach your collarbones in the opposite direction, twist your chest open a little bit more. You're here for 3. Wide leg forward fold in 2. And 1, wide leg forward fold, point your toes towards the side of your mat. Soften your palms underneath your shoulders and hinge from your hips. Enjoy a couple breaths in this fold, my friends. It's a great opportunity to recreate a breath connection, let your heart rate start to slow down after some postures that really probably helped lift it up pretty high. Always lots of variations in wide leg forward fold as well. So you do whatever feels best to you. Love it, Julie. From your wide leg forward fold, as you're ready, your next destination is runner's lunge. Walk your palms towards the top of your mat. Toe heel your right foot out a little bit more, and then come down to your left knee. This is a great practice to do a quad stretch here as well. You could kick your left heel to your seat, reach back with your right hand, and capture the top of your left foot. So it's a little bit different than the first quad stretch we did because you're grabbing with the opposite hand. It also might feel a little bit more accessible because you're more grounded on your mat. So it doesn't require as much instability to make that quad stretch connection. Everybody breathe in. And everybody breathe out. Quad stretches release. Curl your back toes under, press into your palms. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Lead with your chest. And we'll set up a bound locust this time. So interlace your fingers at your low back. Point your toes behind you, toenails down. Inhale, lift up all of your limbs and your shoulders. And then as you exhale, lift your knuckles away from your low back and reach them further behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, rock your weight forward, lift everything a little higher. Breathe in, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, release, chin down first, left ear to the mat. Let your palms soften beside you. Maybe just give your hips a little shimmy here. Let that feel nice. And then just be and enjoy. Meditative absorption is the phrase of the day. Feel yourself blanketed, enveloped in that meditative state. Meditation is something that is very much a journey for me, so I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. But one of the ways that I've heard it described, especially in relation to this 7th limb, is it's a disruption of the fluctuation of your mental activity. So it's a good way to interrupt a thought pattern, an emotive pattern, a cognitive pattern, to just simply notice it and then decide what to do. Bring your chin back to center. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Inhale, high plank push up from your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do the other side. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach up. Exhale, thumbs to heart center, figure four on the left. Kick your left ankle up and hook it on top of your right leg. And if you lift it out of your chair pose legs to get there, sink back down low into your hips. Remember, the point of figure four is that hip opening action happening in your left leg. So actively press your left knee down. Maybe your chest reaches forward. Maybe you hinge a little bit from your hips. Maybe you're more lifted. All are fine, but feel that hip opening stretch on the left side. You're here for 3. One-legged mountain pose in 2. And one-legged mountain, left knee forward, arms high. Take a big breath in. Exhale, set up dancer, point your left knee down, make that connection with the inside of your foot. Breathe in. Exhale, dancer's pose. Push your chest forward, point your left knee back, extend your fingertips from the crown of your head. Stay really super strong in your standing leg, grounded under your right foot, leaning in towards this movement. Beautiful dancer poses, my friends, literally so good. You're here for 3. Airplane pose in 2. And 1, airplane, release the grip on your foot, reach your chest forward, extend your fingertips back. 1 big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, feet to the mat, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. 1 more time in your practice today. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step it all the way through. Right knee down, inhale, crescent moon, sweep your palms to the sky. As you exhale, bring your hands onto your left hip and we'll set up that quad stretch. Kick your right heel up and in, reach back with your right hand for a dancer's grip, or it's a little bit more accessible to grab the outside of your foot. From there, you can use your block underneath your left fingertips. I'm using this desk that's next to me. You get a little kneeling dancer pose, left arm high, actively lean into your lunging legs. Oh my gosh, that stretch feels good in a really terrible way. I know that it's a good thing, but it's like one of those like really painful stretches to me. Keep your chest lifted, big breath in, big breath out. You're here for 3. Crescent moon in 2. And 1, crescent moon, back foot down, arms high, breathe in. Exhale, half splits. Get the opposite motion as a release. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, fold over your thigh. Bend through your left knee as much as you need. Lengthen through your spine, breathe in. And breathe out. Here for 3. Warrior 1 in 2. And 1, warrior 1, back to your lunging legs first, then press your right heel down, lift your chest, reach to the ceiling. Feel your left hip swivel back, your right hip swivel forward. Point your tailbone underneath you, breathe in. Exhale, open twist, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back, and inhale, exalted warrior. Reach your right arm high, drop your left palm down, and breathe. One of my favorite postures. So powerful. You're rooted under your feet. You've spent this whole time allowing your body to really open into this pose. Feel the exaggerated lift of your chest, the extension of your palm to the sky, the reach of your gaze beyond it. You're here for 3. Warrior 1 in 2. And 1, warrior 1, gaze forward, both arms high, big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, open your chest to the side. Inhale, reverse triangle, sweep your left palm up. Exhale, triangle pose, one of our final standing postures. Reach your left arm forward, then drop your left arm down as you reach your right arm high. Feel your torso really open to the side here. Your hips, as always, will slightly angle forward, so you get a gentle spinal twist to open your chest. Feel your gaze lift. Keep that length in your side bodies. Gorgeous, my friends. You're here for 3. Wide leg forward fold in 2. And 1. Wide leg forward fold. Toes point to the side. Hinge from your hips. And you are welcome to any addition or variation you'd like to add here. If you want to go upside down, I mean, you're already upside down. But if you wanted to do like a handstand, headstand, some sort of variation of those. If you're done standing, you could come to your knees and do a prone frog, get a little bit deeper into your hips. Twisting again is a great idea. We haven't done much twisting at all as part of our practice today. There's no wrong choices. Return to breath. Feel and embody that continuous flow of meditation. Runner's lunge is next. Mindful journey there from wherever you are. Take your time. Walk your palms forward. Toe heel your left foot out a little bit as you'd like. Quad stretches again here are a great idea if you want a quad stretch. Opposite hand to your foot. Really great focus, my friends. Doing such a good job. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. You can hang a little longer or quad stretches as you're ready. Release. Come back to runner's lunge. Curl your back toes under. Press your palms onto the mat. Inhale, high plank pose. Take a step back. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. One more time. This time we'll do bow pose, but you're welcome to a locust or cobra variation if you prefer. For bow pose, kick your heels up to your seat. Reach back and grab the tops of your feet, knees together. Inhale, kick into your hands. Exhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze beyond the front of your mat. All of that shoulder movement, squeeze your shoulders together, then relax them to lift your chest a little higher. Kick a little bit more into your palms to lift your knees, maybe a little bit up off the mat, and activate your inner thighs. Again, so gorgeous. Big breath in, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, gentle release down. Chin first, right ear to the mat, windshield wiper your lower leg side to side. And then let yourself relax. Slowly bring your chin back to center. Press your palms underneath your shoulders. This time, inhale to tabletop pose. Come to your knees. And then come to stand on your knees. We'll do camel pose before our final 2-minute meditation. So knees hip width distance. Push your palms underneath your shoulder, or on your low back. Squeeze your shoulders and your elbows together behind you. From here, lift your chin, lift your chest. It's already camel pose once you've made that motion, so you could stay just like that. Draw your belly up and in. Core stability stays intact. Maybe you start to lift your chest higher and drag your chin along the ceiling towards the wall behind you. The more you arch your back, push your hips forward to keep your hips above your knees, and re-lift your sternum bone to the ceiling and exaggerate that lifted chest motion. One more inhale. One more exhale. Gently rewind, walk your gaze forward. Come to have a seat. That could be a seat on your heels, or if you did a different posture for your seated meditation, find that posture now. Final 2 minutes of a seated meditation before we lay down and stretch out to the end of our practice. Time starts now for your 2 minutes of stillness and absorption in a meditative state. 3 more full cycles of breath. And then gently blink your eyes open as you're ready. Bring your legs out long in front of you, seated forward fold to go with that big camel pose. Sit bones right underneath you, spine nice and long. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Also feels really good to add a little extension to your legs if you were just seated with bent knees for a couple minutes. So press your heels forward, reach your chest forward, big breath in. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise back up, palms out in front of you. Exhale, lower all the way down to your back, one vertebrae at a time. And when you reach your mat, happy baby awaits you. Hug your knees to your chest, grab the inside edges of your feet. Rock a little side to side here. Keep your full spine down on the mat. Really enjoying the movement here along your back that has gotten so much activity. It always does, but today with all of the spine strengthening we've been doing, let this feel good. And then hug your knees into your chest, supine figure 4 from here. Plant your left foot down, hook your right ankle on top of your left leg, just like we did, but this time you don't have to stand, you get to lie on your back. You can actively pull your lower body into your upper body by grabbing behind your left thigh, or simply let your left foot hover or plant on the mat, and you can feel your right knee push forward to the front of your mat. Full spine base stays down, including the back of your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Turn this into a twist. Bring your left foot back down to the mat. Then drop your right foot down outside of your mat. Reach your right arm open. Twisting your legs to the left, twisting your gaze to the right. If it feels okay for you, this might be a nice place to close your eyes and enjoy the remainder of your practice. Somewhere inside, somewhere internal. Slowly come back to center here. Switch out your legs, figure 4 on the left, plant your right foot down, hook your left ankle on top of your right leg. You decide if you want to pull your leg in or keep it on the mat. Really up to you. And then move it towards that twist. Plant your right foot back down, then twist your left foot over to the outside of your mat. Reach your left arm open so your lower body is twisting to the right. Your gaze is twisting over to the left. Can always switch this to more of like eagle legs or traditional supine twist if that feels more comfortable in your lower body. And then gently come back to center. Unravel your legs and hug yourself into a tiny ball. Wrap your forearms around your shins, bring your knees into your chest, bring your forehead onto your knees. Take a big breath in as you squeeze even tighter. Open up, exhale, corpse pose, Shavasana. Let your legs go out nice and long and flop open to the sides. Palms beside you face up. Have a little fidgeting time to let yourself really settle down into stillness. And I'm gonna give you about 1.5 minutes here at the end of the practice to just let go and enjoy. I'll guide you out shortly. The eight-limbed path has been moving us this whole time towards this opportunity, this ability to exist in a more meditative fashion. And what exactly does that mean is a lifetime of learning, I think. But realizing and recognizing in your own way of being today and how you're thinking, how you're feeling, just noticing a sense of interruption of things, activities that may move us away from that opportunity. And instead focus on the opportunity to move towards a meditative way of being. Gently start to add in some movement in your body. Tiny at first, add in some connection in your breath. And let both begin to grow a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful. And eventually a long body stretch. Reach your fingers back, toes forward, inhale. And exhale. Draw your knees into your chest, roll to either side first. And then from that little fetal posture, you roll into, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat and face the front of your space. Sit up nice and tall once you arrive. Feel that lift of your chest, tuck of your chin, and bring your thumbs to heart center one more time. A gesture of offering. And we offer when we come to this space pretty much anytime, but with a little more focus today. The willingness and ability to behave, to breathe, to be in a slightly elevated way. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, that space between your eyebrows where we acknowledge we are enlightened, we are intuitive, we are humble when we actively practice and choose to be. So grateful you're here, my friends. Bowing forward, we seal our practice, saying peace.